Hi, this is Kate from Izzalicious Designs. Today I'm going to do the next of my little Minecraft series. This I believe is an Enderman. Now, I have to admit I've never played Minecraft. My daughter doesn't play Minecraft, so I'm literally going by the little boy across the street and his fascination for it, and I hear it's huge. A huge game, but not one that we've really explored. Anyway, this is my Enderman. I'm using black. And then for the eyes, I'm using these glow-in-the-dark pink ones from Rainbow Loom. We're going to need a single loom. You're going to take off, you're going to make sure first of all that they're all the same height. Then you're going to take off the third column. You don't need that, so put that to one side. And also, you don't need the big base plate. So we'll put that to one side as well. So all you're going to need are these two little columns. Now I'm going to budge mine up so that the small base plate is capturing the top two pegs, and so that the bottom base plate, you can use the end of your Rainbow Loom hook to do this as well, it's easier, just captures the bottom two. So that gives me more room to work. We're using a mural technique, and for that to happen you just use these centre pegs here. So what we're going to do, we'll start off by taking a single band, and I'm using black, stretch it out, figure 8, loop it on itself and count down 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, and I'm going to plonk that there and twist it so it's in a figure 8. Alright, do the same underneath it. So that's number 2. We need 5 of these. 3, 4 and 5. Alright, once we've done 5 of those, we're going to take a single black band and, starting at the end of that 5th one, stretch it up to the top so it encompasses all of those. Push things down, taking 2 black bands, you will place them on each of these pegs like this. Okay, now this single black band that we placed here is effectively our crossover band. You're going to lift that up and over so that it sits between these two columns like that. Alright, and then you're going to use your hook and take the bottom 2 loops and lift up and over, up and over, up and over on all of these. Just the bottom 2, and then push everything down. Okay, now we're going to take another single band and stretch it over those 5 pegs, and then put another pair of black bands on each. And this will be what we will call our second row. Lift your crossover band up and over so that it's in the middle, and you take the bottom 2 loops and up and over. And push everything down. Now if you have a look here, so that was the first one, we've just done this one, this was number 2. We're going to do another full one of just black, and then we put the eyes on. So take your single, do your crossover band, now we do our row of all black. Move your crossover band so it goes in between the 2 columns, and then up and over. and push down. Now crossover band, and I'm doing crossover bands in black. It's the predominant colour. I don't think it really matters that it's not clear. It can be the predominant colour. Now what we're going to do, we're going to take one pair of black and place them in the middle here. The other two this side are two pair of the pink glow in the dark here and here, and on the other side here and here. Okay, and then lift up and over. If you don't have the pink glow in the dark, you can use white, pink, whatever you choose. Grab the two bottom black bands and we loop up and over. And push everything down. Now you're going to start seeing it emerge from the bottom here, and that's good. Single crossover band. Okay, now I'm going to do more just black. Two more rows of just black. Lift this up and over, up and over. Now I've been speaking to one of my followers is from France. I have quite a few French followers, and so I need to dedicate this little figure to my friend Stephen, and I need to say bonjour mes amis to all my friends. Hello. So I'm sorry about my accent, but I said I would do it. So there you go. Let's do another in black. Move our crossover. Now, at this point, push everything down. At this point, what we're going to do is expand him just by one for his shoulders so that we can make his arms. So take a single, stretch it, figure 8, loop it on itself, just like we did to start, and place that there. And do the same on the other side. Okay. Now, when we do our crossover band, you're going to start at the middle here and stretch it up those 4, and then take another one, place it on top of the middle and stretch it down. So that does mean that this middle peg has the end of this one and the beginning of this one. That's okay. Okay, now basically the only other colour we need is black. We're not doing any other colour. Terribly boring, isn't it? There we go. Lift the first one. Now you have to do it in order from the one that you laid on last. This is the one I laid on last, so it has to go over first. And then we will break that band. Wow, that's not very good. That's going to be a bit of a bummer. Let's take this off. And I'm not going to pause the video and stop this. I will show you how we replace it. I'm going to lift this side up because we've already got that one on. All right. Stretch that across, and I will put that one back like that. Now let's replace these bands. I do hate it when bands break, but you know what? It happens to everybody. And it's especially annoying when you've got to the end of your creation and a band breaks, but it happens. It's the nature of the material that we're working with. I have a lot of people saying, oh, your creations suck, my band's broke. It can't be done. Well, it can be done because you just saw that I did it. Up and over. Up and over. And if you feel that it's getting a bit crowded, push everything down. And also you can poke something down the back here just to get that through, so that you can grab it with your fingernails and pull it, and that keeps things a bit taut as well. Push things down. Again, start from the middle. And another broken band. Glad it happened then. And another. And let's place our bands. I do believe if you have Rainbow Loom bands and you find that you are having breakage after breakage, they do have a warranty. They have money back guarantee, I think, and you can just contact Rainbow Loom and they will sort that out for you. They are actually very good about that. Lift up and over for that first crossover, and then grab the second one and drag that too. Take the two bottom ones up and over. And push everything down. From the center down. Now I did it the opposite way this time. So this time my top one was laid last, so this one has to come over first. So it doesn't matter as long as you remember which one you laid last. So we laid this one last, so it has to come over first, and then this one. Push everything down. Now, we've done 3 for the arms, okay? I'm going to put this down and show you. So we've attached 1, 2 and 3. So now this next one I'm going to do without the arms being connected. We still have to grow the arms, but we're not going to connect them to the side of his little body, okay? So what we're going to do, this is one arm, and this is one arm. We're going to take our single band and we're going to go back to stretching it across the 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And we're going to skip adding it to those. We're still, however, going to add the growth factor to it. So now I'm on the body, so the arm, there's no crossover to the arm. That will not be connected any longer. And the same with this one. We're not going to have a crossover band on it. We're just going to make it long. Grab your crossover band and it goes over and sits in the middle, and we're going to loop the bottom 2 loops over on all of this. Push down. Now, what I want to do with this little chap, as you can see, we've just done this row here. Now we want to come in again, so he's just a bit boxy, so that we only have 3 to do, which will be one leg, and then the center is nothing. So, fancy footwork. We're firstly going to put our pair on to grow our arms, and that's number 5 on the arms. If you count here, you can count where the shoulder is and how many bands you have. And we're going to do about 10 for the arms and 10 for the legs. With his, and we'll put 2 on for this arm here. Okay, so this is his body area. We're going to grow his legs, which is this one and this one. We're not growing here, and we're not growing here. So let's take this pair of loops over on top of the right hand column and do the same for the other side, from the left to the right. Take the 2 bottom ones from the right, up and over, up and over. We're going to take these 2 and move them up a peg. Okay, so they're up here. We're going to do the same here. Take these 2 and we will move them up a peg so they are here. Now we are going to grow these 2. They're our leg, but we need to put our crossover band, so we'll do that here. Okay, we're going to take 2 bands to grow the leg here and 2 bands to grow the leg here. So put a pair here like that, lift this up and over. Alright, take the bottom 2 and lift up. Now with this you've got 6 loops on here. Grab the first, you've got the first set, the first 2 at the top, the middle and the bottom. Grab the middle, lift them up and over, pull things down. Grab the bottom, lift them up and over. The middle pair, it's just as normal. Here on the left, it's just as normal, but here again you're grabbing the middle 2 up and over, then the bottom 2 up and over, and push everything down. Okay, now we need to take these middle 2 on the left, up over to the right, take the bottom, up and over. You're then going to split these bands. You're going to split them into 2. So you've got the top one, which is going to go to the peg above it, and the bottom one, which is going to go to the peg below it. Alright, now none of these need crossovers anymore. We're only on, let's count, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 5. So this is number 6. We need to loop this over. 6. So let's add our new bands. This is 7 and 7 for the next arm here, but here we've got to do 10. So we've got to, this is our first one, and then skip that middle one and go straight here, and we loop it up and over, up and over and up. Now here again you have that extra little band that's in the middle. It's a single band that's in the middle. Put that up and over first, and then the bottom ones. Alright, and push down. Now if you feel that it's too difficult to count and to keep count where you're at. These are 7. So let's do the arms first. Let's do 8. So we're doing this one and this bottom one. Up and over. Up and over. Let's do number 9 on those 2 as well. 9. Push down, and let's do 10. Up and over. Now to finish these off, I'm going to take the left hand side, put it on top of the right hand side, left hand side on top of the right, and I'm not going to link one over the other. I'm going to take a single band, go through both, come out the end here, single band, and I'm just going to tie it in a slip knot like that, because I'm going to hide those. And go down to the bottom here and do this one as well. Tight, and take this off the loom. So there's one arm off, and here's the other arm off. And now I'm just going to poke those through so they're not in my way. Now all we have to worry about is the legs. The arms are out of the way. So we did 1 for the legs, we need to do 10. So here's 2 and 2. As I said, there's no crossover, you're just fishtailing it. 3. Sure they're in the right order. Pull through. 4. 5. 6. 7. 'Broken band here. 8. 9. 'And our lucky last. Again, I'm just going to move the left to the right and tie a slip knot, if I possibly can. Come here, come here. There we go. Trying to do it one-handed. Not the smartest thing. So single band, pop through and tie a slip knot and a single band, pull it through and tie a slip knot and take off the loom. Let us see what we are left with. We have to stretch things into shape a little bit. And another thing to remember is that bands actually relax. I didn't realise this until quite a little bit into my looming. Bands relax after a little while, and so while things might seem tight or loose or whatever, after a while things just sort of relax back into shape, which is great. Okay, so here's his arms. And you can try and put them where you need them to be. It's a little difficult. What we're going to do with these little tie-off bands is if you put your hook through the middle of these bands like this and grab the end, you can pull them up through the center of the chain, and the loop is hidden, which I think is rather nice. So you pull them up through there, and then the loop is hidden inside the chain. And we can try and do that this side as well, through the center. And then you sort of pull it back a bit, and it's discreetly hidden. That one's not very discreetly hidden, but you can fiddle and faff around with it until you're happy with how things look. As I said, once he settles down, his legs will... See how this one is a little bit more relaxed? Same here. Slide your hook down the center. Grab the end of the band and pull it through. I'm not sure I did a terribly good job there, but that might be a bit better. There we are. So pull the band back through. If you don't really care about that, you can just snip it off with a pair of scissors, but then you do run the risk of the fact that it could come undone, and that would mess things up a little bit. So this is probably the safest option. Pull it back through and hide it in the center, and it can go either way. It doesn't matter. It can go this way or this way. As I said, just straighten out his arms. But there, effectively, we have the little Enderman. I really hope you enjoy making him. Good luck with it, bon chance, and au revoir.